themselves in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
They stop him just short
Up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field.
He's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. It has been a less-than-stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is
out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Syracuse's offense has the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do. And you think you can make the right decision.
Flying down the right side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Orange. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to...
Can anyone catch him? He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to get locked in the red.
You land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
From the gun, give on the inside. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Gives it to the back on the draw. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Syracuse will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. They'll run it from the gun. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight 1st quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. And the Blue Devils have their offense in high gear. Going to the running game. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The Blue Devils have pushed it inside the 20. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Fleming. Using the quick game. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. And the Blue Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Here we go. He's looking to pass. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn.
Complete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive.
Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Works the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. A new set of downs after the completion. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Syracuse right back at it.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Makes the grab over the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. He's going to pass. Nice move to keep running. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Now from inside the red zone. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize, and they wanted a touchdown.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Steps away to find some room. He's got him wide open. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heel. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Duke.
Yeah, the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half. You stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Dropping back, it's Fleming. Using his legs to buy some time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. On second down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Blue Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Out of the end zone. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process, and now once you get in the second, you get aggressive, Palmer. Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. Coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are, we're going to keep doing what we do, we're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's got an open man. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cuse. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Fleming. It's complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And you... Space makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Ball in the air. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hand. To return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
we've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Syracuse right back at it.
Second down.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They get to the line quickly.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He leaves it with his back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He's got it. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Fleming. They're trying to get to it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
He's got such good awareness now. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Firing to the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. Syracuse right back at it.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive, even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right?
And he gets downfield for the big catch. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. He'll just keep slinging it. Snags it over the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on